viewers from Vegas. Oh, really?
You should watch your mouth.
Bitch, prostitute. You were from Vegas.
Welcome back to True Crime TV Exposed, the channel where we dive deep into the real-life dramas behind your favorite reality stars. If you're a fan of 90 Day Fiancé, buckle up because today's video is a roller coaster. We're talking about Gino Palazzolo. You know, the hat-wearing, soft-spoken guy from Michigan who's been through the ringer on the show. However, things have taken a wild turn in 2025. Gino's ditched his tumultuous marriage to Jasmine Pineda, hooked up with a new girlfriend named Natalie. Gino Palazzolo went on a romantic room date with his new girlfriend Natalie, after which Natalie became pregnant. Their wedding will be officially held on September 15, 2025. And that's not all. It has been alleged that Jasmine assaulted Gino's new girlfriend, Natalie, at a party, and it is learned from a secret source. Gino Palazzolo's ex-wife, Jasmine, cunningly stole $500,000 from him in secret, leaving fans reeling. Yes, you heard that right, $500,000. This isn't just gossip. We're basing this on the latest updates from reliable sources, fan discussions, and exclusive insights. By the end of this video, you'll feel like you've been right there in the drama. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Let's dive in. To understand this bombshell story, we need to go back to the beginning. Gino Palazzolo first burst onto our screens in Season 5 of 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days back in 2021. At the time, he was a 52-year-old divorced engineer from Canton, Michigan, known for his quirky habit of always wearing a hat, even in bed. Gino had been single for years after his first marriage ended, and he turned to online dating to find love. That's where he met Jasmine Pineda, a fiery Panamanian beauty teacher who was 34 at the time. Their story was classic 90-day drama from the start. Gino flew to Panama to meet Jasmine, but things got complicated fast. Jasmine was jealous, accusatory, and had high expectations for Gino to fund her lifestyle. Remember that infamous fight over Gino sending topless photos of Jasmine to his ex? Yeah, that set the tone. Despite the red flags, they got engaged, and Gino filed for Jasmine's K-1 visa. Fast forward to Season 10 of 90 Day Fiancé. In 2023, Jasmine finally arrived in the US, but their relationship was a powder keg. Money issues were front and center. Jasmine demanded expensive beauty treatments, including butt implants that cost thousands, all on Gino's dime. Gino, who had quit his job to focus on their relationship, was struggling financially, but he kept shelling out cash to keep Jasmine happy. They tied the knot in a low-key ceremony in June 2023, but happily ever after, not so much. In Season 8 of Happily Ever After, which aired in 2024, the cracks really showed. Jasmine accused Gino of not supporting her dreams, while Gino felt used as an ATM. There were explosive arguments, therapy sessions, and even talks of opening their marriage, but no one saw the ultimate betrayal coming. Jasmine's affair with a guy named Matt Brannis, leading to her pregnancy with his child. This was confirmed in multiple sources, including a bombshell revealed during the tell-all for The Last Resort Season 2 in April 2025. Jasmine admitted she was pregnant, but Gino wasn't the father. Ouch! Gino, heartbroken but resilient, kicked Jasmine out of their Michigan home and started the divorce process. He returned her belongings and publicly moved on, sharing posts about his new life. Fans rallied behind him, calling Jasmine a gold digger and Gino a victim of manipulation. But Gino's story was far from over. Enter Natalie, his new flame who's turned his world upside down in the best way. Before we get to the romance, let's address the elephant in the room: Jasmine's alleged theft of $500,000 from Gino. This isn't some wild rumor. It's backed by Gino's own revelations and ongoing legal drama that's been spilling out in 2025. From the early days, money was a battleground. Jasmine lost her job as a teacher in Panama due to the pandemic, and Gino started sending her funds for rent, living expenses, and even her kids' needs. But according to Gino, Jasmine was pocketing way more than she let on. In a shocking Instagram live in March 2025, Gino claimed he had receipts showing he'd sent over $200,000 to Jasmine pre-marriage, only for her to spend it on luxury items like designer clothes and cosmetic surgeries without his full knowledge. Things escalated post-marriage. Jasmine had access to Gino's bank accounts for her cameo earnings, but Gino alleges she siphoned off funds secretly. In a detailed post on his Instagram, Gino broke it down. Jasmine transferred $150,000 to her family in Panama under the guise of emergency support, but it was actually for her sister's wedding and personal shopping sprees. Then, during their open marriage phase, Jasmine used Gino's credit cards to fund dates with Matt, racking up $100,000 in undisclosed charges. The big bombshell. Gino discovered in May 2025 that Jasmine had forged documents to withdraw $250,000 from a joint investment account meant for their future home. He called it financial fraud in an interview with Screen Rant, saying, "She played me like a fool. I trusted her, and she stole from me while planning her escape with another man." Jasmine fired back on her socials, accusing Gino of human trafficking by controlling her finances and pocketing her earnings. But fans aren't buying it. X is flooded with posts calling her out, like one from Zach saying, "Jasmine's the network's pet, but she's a thief." Legal experts speculate this could lead to a messy divorce battle, with Gino seeking restitution. Jasmine's pregnancy with Matt's baby adds another layer. She's now demanding spousal support, claiming Gino owes her for bringing her to the US. But Gino's fighting back, hiring lawyers to prove the theft. As of August 2025, the case is ongoing, but sources say Gino's evidence is rock solid. This betrayal shattered Gino, but it also freed him. He told TV Insider, "I gave everything to Jasmine, and she took it all. Now, I'm rebuilding with someone who truly cares." That someone? Natalie. Who is Natalie? Fans were stunned when Gino debuted his new girlfriend on Instagram in July 2025, posting a photo from an ice bar date with the caption, "Good times at the ice bar with Natalie." The post went viral, with over 232 likes and comments, exploding about how Natalie resembles Jasmine, dark hair, striking features, and that fiery personality. Natalie isn't a total stranger to the 90-day universe. Sources confirm she's Natalie Mordovtseva, the Ukrainian bombshell from earlier seasons who was married to Mike Youngquist. After her split from Mike and a brief fling with Josh Weinstein, Natalie moved to Florida, but kept ties to the franchise. How did she and Gino connect? It started at a 90-day Fiance cast event in Las Vegas in May 2025. Gino was there filming for The Single Life, and Natalie was a guest. Sparks flew instantly. In a Simmerblend interview, Gino described their first meeting. "After Jasmine left me, I was lost. Natalie approached me at the event, and we talked for hours about our heartbreaks. She's strong, independent, and reminds me of the good parts of Jasmine without the toxicity." Natalie, who's 40 now, echoed this on her private Instagram, saying, "Gino's a gentleman. We've both been through hell, but we're healing together." Their relationship moved fast. By June 2025, Gino was posting about exploring open hearts and hinting at dates. Fans speculated on X, with posts like Daryl Noriega saying, "Gino's family better treat Natalie right." But drama loom Jasmine found out and confronted them. The turning point. A romantic weekend getaway in July 2025 at a luxury resort in Las Vegas, the same city where Gino and Natalie met. Sources describe it as a room date filled with passion, candles, and deep conversations. Picture this. Gino booked a suite at the Bellagio, complete with a heart-shaped jacuzzi and champagne on ice. They arrived on July 5, 2025, after Gino's birthday party drama. The first night was all about reconnecting. Dinner at a rooftop restaurant overlooking the fountains, where Gino opened up about Jasmine's betrayal. Natalie shared her own stories of heartbreak with Mike and Josh. Things heated up in the room. According to a leaked clip from Happily Ever After, Season 9, Gino and Natalie shared intimate moments, with Gino saying, "This feels right. Natalie, no games, just us." They spent the weekend exploring Vegas. The ice bar photo was from day 2, where they laughed over frozen drinks and kissed publicly for the first time. But the real magic happened behind closed doors. Friends close to the couple say the date was electric, leading to their first night together as a committed pair. Gino later posted on Instagram, "Vegas vibes with my special someone." Fans ate it up, but no one knew the biggest surprise was coming: Natalie's pregnancy. Gino says, "Natalie, after everything with Jasmine, I didn't think I'd feel this way again." Natalie says, "Gino, you're kind. Mike never made me feel valued like this." They talked about dreams. Gino wanting kids, Natalie open to it after her past miscarriages. The night ended with passion, sealing their bond. Just weeks after the Vegas trip, rumors swirled Natalie was pregnant. A YouTube video titled Gino Palacios GF Natalie Pregnant dropped on July 19, 2025, confirming it with insider info that Natalie was expecting Gino's child. Gino addressed it subtly on Instagram, posting a photo of baby booties with the caption, "Exciting times ahead." Sources say the pregnancy happened during that romantic room date. Natalie, who had fertility struggles in past relationships, was overjoyed. In a TV Insider update, Gino said, "This is a blessing. Jasmine didn't want kids with me, but Natalie does. We're building a family." Jasmine reacted poorly, accusing Natalie of trapping Gino on social media. Fan reactions on X were mixed. Some celebrated, like Viba B saying, "Good for Gino and Natalie." Others worried about drama, given Jasmine's pregnancy with Matt. Natalie's pregnancy has been smooth so far, with due date around April 2026. Gino's been doting, attending ultrasounds and planning a nursery in Michigan. The cherry on top? Gino and Natalie's wedding is set for September 15, 2025, just a month away from now. Sources leaked the date via Facebook groups and Screen Rant, describing it as an intimate beach ceremony in Florida, Natalie's adopted home. Gino proposed during a Michigan family gathering in August 2025, right after Natalie's pregnancy confirmation. The ring, a stunning diamond he bought with savings from his engineering jigs. Natalie said yes immediately, posting, "Forever starts now." Plans include 90-day cast guests, Ukrainian traditions from Natalie's side, and Italian flair from Gino's family. But tension brews. Gino's relatives have mixed feelings after the birthday party fiasco where Jasmine attacked Natalie. Will Jasmine crash it? Sources say she's threatened to, claiming unfinished divorce business. Gino's secured security, focusing on positivity. No 90-day story is complete without chaos. Jasmine finally met Natalie in July 2025 during a filmed confrontation for Happily Ever After. It was explosive. Jasmine, pregnant and furious, accused Natalie of being a Jasmine doppelganger and threw insults. Gino defended Natalie, saying, "My family will come around. Natalie's the one for me." As we approach the wedding, experts predict more twists. Will the baby be healthy? Will Jasmine's theft case go to court? Gino and Natalie seem solid, but reality TV loves curveballs. Personal thoughts. Gino's finally getting his happy ending after years of pain. Natalie brings stability, and their story inspires. More update. 90-day fiance. Jasmine hurls brutal insults at Gino's GF Natalie during explosive face-off. It was a disaster. And Gino Palacios embarks on bold new chapter with sporty makeover as Jasmine faces money-making setback. I will explain everything. In the most recent episode of Season 9 of Happily Ever After, Jasmine Pineda appears to have finally crossed paths with Natalie, Gino's new girlfriend. Quickly mocking the latter's relationship with Gino, she hurled personal and scathing remarks at her, as a means of attacking Natalie's reputation and making her regret considering Gino. the 90-Day Fiancé actor confronted her head-on and hurled a torrent of scathing insults at her. Famously violent and insane, Jasmine is a figure people take notice of. As a result, she was caught off guard as events suddenly escalated and took an unexpected turn. The man from Panama has been staying with Matt Branis for a while now. After learning about Gino's new romance, Jasmine resolved to ruin his life. Was it a success? In the aftermath of Gino's remarks, will Natalie flee from him? How did that happen? Read on to get the lowdown on what happened. Not long after Jasmine Pineda returned from the last resort, Gino Palazzolo forcibly removed her from his residence. He started taking advantage of his half of the open marriage to see what else was out there. After meeting Natalie online, the 90-Day Fiancé star went all the way to Sin City to finally see her in person. When Pineda found out about the latest developments in Gino's romantic life, she was not pleased. The fact that her husband had moved on from her clearly upset her. He felt like he had broken the norms of the open marriage, according to the reality TV personality. Before Jasmine and Gino welcomed the newcomer into their marriage, they decided to introduce each other to them. Because of this, the former considered it a violation of the agreement when her husband started seeing someone else without telling her. In an effort to repair their relationship, she told him how she really felt about him. Natalie won't be able to take Gino from Jasmine Pineda without a fight. Michelle, the sister-in-law of the latter, extended an invitation to her birthday celebration. The reality TV star found out that Gino would be bringing a lady to the celebration as well. "You know, I want to explode. I'm extremely irritated, you know." Jasmine said that. Because she had never consented to Natalie and had no knowledge of her, she was furious. Therefore, the Panamanian was simply having an affair with Gino's girlfriend. Jasmine greeted Matt with a smile as they walked into the party, and she promptly introduced him as her roommate. Looking over to Gino and his new fiancé, she inquired if it was a birthday bash or a soiree. It was a birthday bash, Natalie said. Jasmine wanted to know why they were bringing these from Vegas. Her sarcastic attempt to taunt Natalie backfired when she became aggressive. Following the 90-Day Fiancé star's prodding, Natalie and the other woman began streaming. Jasmine informed everyone that she was at F and shouted, non-stop. Gino didn't know what he was doing and made no effort to defend his girlfriend. Clearly distressed and enraged by the entire ordeal, Natalie promptly departed from the location. She sobbed and scolded Gino for failing to mend their relationship before he introduced her to his family. She elaborated, saying, "Well, this is the result of not making your intentions clear." Gino's ruins his date with Natalie by calling her Jasmine's lookalike. Celebrity chef Gino Palazzolo's 90-Day Fiancé date with Natalie turned out to be more of a déjà vu than he had anticipated. The latter remained fixed in his gaze. Natalie doesn't look anything like his ex-wife Jasmine Pineda, and not because she's particularly attractive. Gino made things unpleasant with Natalie, while he obviously couldn't stop thinking about Jasmine. His unexpected disclosures destroyed his bathing date. Myth or reality? Please tell me what I'm missing. Tell me what he disclosed. To learn more about this debate, continue reading. Jasmine Pineda, who stars as Natalie on 90-Day Fiancé, has stated her dislike for Natalie publicly. She elaborated by saying that the couple had agreed during their open marriage agreement that they would each have to authorize the third party. The famous person made the observation that while Gino did agree to see Matt Branis, she declined to meet with Natalie. That being the case, Jasmine made it crystal apparent that she had zero sympathy for Natalie. When Pineda saw Gino's new girlfriend at a birthday party, she went completely bonkers. Natalie was pushed and accused of being by Jasmine. She slammed her and yelled obscenities at Natalie. Natalie is the object of Gino Palazzolo's intense attraction, and the 90-Day Fiancé star is relishing in his open marriage. He couldn't help but rave over the latter's beauty. He even went so far as to plan a room date with her. She has a large posterior, which is something the celebrity enjoys, as she told the cameras. Slender bust and ample breasts. Impressive features, lips, and all. Gino described Natalie as a Latina with striking features, including dark hair and flawless skin. However, there was an issue. It was undeniable that the celebrity's new girlfriend looked a lot like Jasmine Pineda. "Now I'm getting Jasmine in my head a little bit," he added, "because you look so much like Jasmine." Because he lacked self-control, Palazzolo saw Pineda reflected in Natalie's features. Since Natalie resembled Jasmine, Gino confessed that he was finding things to be quite weird for him. But he made the most of their room date and kissed her passionately. Gino was invited to stay over by Natalie, who seemed as well. However, he retained a few doubts. Gino went into detail about how he didn't think it was a good fit. He was at a loss for words when Natalie interrupted, asserting that he was still married. The celebrity gave his assent and told the cameras that looking at Natalie made him think of Jasmine all the time. Gino Palazzolo embarks on bold new chapter with sporty makeover as Jasmine faces money-making setback. While Jasmine Pineda suffers a financial setback, Gino Palazzolo begins his fitness adventure with an impressive makeover on 90 Day, the last resort. Although Gino and Jasmine met on a sugar baby website, their romance soon blossomed into something more substantial. They met in Panama and were engaged by the season's end. The pair tied the knot in America in June 2023, but they had a hard time being intimate for a while after the ceremony. They joined 90 Day, the last resort for season 2, because of these problems, and Jasmine suggested an open marriage to Matt Brannis, her gym partner. Due to a fall in popularity, Jasmine's financial situation took a turn for the worst recently, as she fell from 7th to 39th place on Cameo. The fact that Jasmine is no longer Gino's financial obligation means that he is unconcerned. In his pursuit of a perfect body, he has embarked on a fresh exercise regimen. In a recent Instagram story, Gino could be seen seated on a bike within an indoor cycling studio, donning shorts and a sleeveless shirt. He topped off his look with a backward cap, giving off an impression of youth, according to the repost by 90 Day Fiance breaking news. Gino captioned the picture with first spin class, a party popper, and upside-down face emojis, while casually making a hang-loose gesture with his hand. Gino quickly realized that he and Jasmine weren't a good fit after meeting on the sugar baby website. She was so envious, he found out, and she wanted him to foot the cash for everything, even cosmetic surgery. In spite of these warning signs, Gino persisted in his connection with Jasmine and eventually got her a K-1 visa to come to the US. But he still wouldn't have your relations with her after they were married. Because Gino has been emotionally distant from Jasmine, she has become very close to her gym buddy Matt. Now she's thinking about getting serious with Matt. Gino is afraid that Jasmine would reject him now that she is pregnant with Matt's child. He may be trying to get Jasmine to regret her decision by getting the body she wants. Now that Gino knows Matt is a strong guy, he probably wants to start working out on his own, and he might start with something gentle like cycling. The former 90 Day Fiancé star has already looked years younger since breaking up with Jasmine. He has a chance to change his body in the near future if he continues with his workout program. While Gino's marriage to Jasmine was far from perfect, it's touching to watch him work on putting a smile back on his face after a tumultuous 4 years. It seems like he is making a concerted effort to recover from this difficult emotional experience and is feeling stronger as a result. His current image makes him look revitalized, in contrast to the rare occasions when fans saw him smiling and contentedly posing with Jasmine. He is all set to go on this daring journey. It is my sincere wish that the cast member of 90 Day, the last resort, maintains his drive to achieve his fitness objectives. Happily ever after, are Gino Palazzolo and girlfriend Natalie still together? Following the show's revelation, Gino Palazzolo and his 90 Day fiancé, happily ever after, Season 9 girlfriend Natalie's destiny is known. Before he met Jasmine Pineda on a sugar baby website, Gino was divorced. Gino and Jasmine got engaged at the Season 5 finale of 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, where they first met in person. Money and trust concerns were the main topics of Jasmine and Gino's fights. Gino was frequently accused by Jasmine of cheating on her or of not spending as much money on her as he did on his ex-partners. Because of their regular disputes, Gino no longer found Jasmine attractive. When Jasmine and Gino went to couples therapy a few months after they were married, she told Gino about her friend Matt Brannis's desire to have sex with her. While Gino accepted, he was surprised when his wife from season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé happily ever after broke all the rules and became pregnant with Matt's child. The first time we saw Natalie was in episode 1 of season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. 3 months ago, Gino said he had met her on social media and they had clicked right away. Gino appreciated her composure and coolness. Since he thought they could discuss anything, he made the decision to fly to Las Vegas to meet her. They had begun talking, and things had become pretty quickly flirtatious. It felt really strange to be attracted to someone who wasn't my wife. In person, Gino found Natalie to be more attractive than he had anticipated. According to Natalie, Gino was adorable. Her ex-partners had all been bald, and she liked bald males. Natalie had 2 divorces under her belt. When it came to guys, she had not been very successful. Because she chooses the bad boys, she frequently finds herself in poisonous relationships. His nerdy side was what drew Natalie to Gino. Gino seemed very safe and different from the macho men Natalie had dated, which Natalie enjoyed. Natalie, like Jasmine, seemed cool to Gino and not at all negative. Gino was surprised at how quickly the sparks flew. When Gino revealed to Natalie that he had last had sex with Jasmine prior to their wedding, she was startled. Natalie even consented to accompany Gino to his hotel room, which was described as attractive. Gino invited Natalie to his room, which made him feel bad. He was a married guy, after all. Gino hadn't been entirely truthful with Natalie. Natalie was unaware that Gino and Jasmine were married in an open marriage, and he had omitted certain information when he informed her that he had expelled Jasmine. "I didn't want to scare Natalie away with the information," he said. "At some point, I must come clean." Natalie and Gino nearly stayed the night together, but he chose not to tell her the truth. Gino didn't tell Natalie what had happened between him and Jasmine until the next day. After telling Natalie about Matt, Gino had to clarify that he and Jasmine were married in an open marriage. The revelation from Gino left Natalie speechless. She wanted to understand how she fit into the overall picture. They had been conversing for months, and Gino had never once brought up his open marriage, Natalie told the cameras. She questioned whether she was being used against Jasmine as a pawn. She had no desire to participate in an open marriage or act as a third party to anything. Gino and Jasmine's connection was far more nuanced than Natalie had thought. He and Jasmine had a lot of unresolved issues, she reasoned. In the meantime, Gino understood that he ought to have informed Natalie sooner. He was hoping it wouldn't break their bond. Gino was still in love with Jasmine, but it appears that Natalie consented to be a part of Gino and Jasmine's public marriage. The trailer features footage of them playing pool or having bubble baths together, as well as one in which Jasmine becomes aggressive with Natalie. The romance between Gino and Natalie ended a long time ago, although they may remain together until the end of the season. In April 2025, Jasmine made the initial social media reference of Jasmine. Gino was already with Natalie when they returned from couples therapy, according to Jasmine, and then he broke up with her. According to Jasmine, Gino dated 2 Brazilian women following Natalie, but ended their relationships. Following that, Gino began dating Kelly, but she broken up with him after he body shamed her and cheated on her online. An image of Gino going on a date with a fresh Jasmine doppelganger was shared on the blog shabuti.com in May 2025. A fan captured the sweet moment between Gino and his new girlfriend on camera while on a boat cruise in downtown Detroit. Additionally, Natalie's Instagram account, nat_te_lee, is private, and it's possible that additional information about her life outside of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, will only be disclosed at the tell-all. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.